Hey, Anthony, do you like my new shirt?
Sure, man. It's cool. Could have been better.
What was that?
I said it could have been better.
You want to fight about
Yeah,
it?
I do. Let's go, chump. Hold on a second. We don't need to fight.
We don't?
All you need to do is go to 86.com and choose from one of their many designs. Franchises range from Skullgirls to Street Fighter and even BlazBlue. And if you check out 86 through this Twitch channel, use 86.com/?AFF equals 4 to let them know that Mission Star Podcast sent you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm
usually the one to push things further. Okay, I'm trying.
It just made me laugh because you were like, "We're moving on." I was like,
Aye,
okay.
Captain. All right. Well, moving on to our next topic of hand. This is regarding Microsoft and a patent they have filled out that people are talking about. This is off of Tarot.com. Yeah, we'll go with that. From Mehdi Hassan, Microsoft just patented potential mobile Xbox controllers for XCloud. Microsoft has been talking about quite a lot about its game streaming services, XCloud, lately. And it turns out that the company could be working on some hardware related to XCloud. The company has recently patented seems that the new controller design spotted first by Windows latest. The new patent describes a device that provides input controls for an external touchscreen device, and that can be placed between input controls. In other words, it will allow users to put a phone between the controls, allowing them to control games or device itself using the controls on both sides of the controller. It seems like the controller could even provide a charging input for the device. And that sounds perfect for the xCloud. Microsoft has previously shown off phones attached to an existing Xbox controllers for xCloud demos, but having a controller that essentially integrates a phone sounds much more intuitive. In fact, as Windows Central report a while ago, Microsoft actually told the idea in the past that they are an interesting look very similar to the imagery on the Blaze patent, and I have the link here. I already showed you guys, or a link in our chats, but probably should show this here actually as well. But yeah, like Microsoft is.
Was that the prototype control picture?
Yes. So
it looks so fucking sexy.
So, and obviously, the one thing I would like to point out with patents, like patents, they happen all the time. Does not mean that it's always coming to fruition. Mm-hmm. So when I saw this, it had me thinking like, because Microsoft been out there with talking about the xCloud, like they're talking about cloud gaming and how you can have a server set up with your Xbox and play virtually anywhere to some degree. Yeah. So it's not too far off base for them to say like, hey, we're gonna do this thing and we're gonna have it to your phone and here's an attachment. Which, hey, if not them, the third party would be out there doing the same thing. But I am curious as far as like how.
I like the idea that basically I could have a controller that I just take to a friend's house, connect it to his Xbox, and all my shit's there. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I think it's necessary? God, no. Sweet Jesus, no. I don't know, man. Like it's interesting. It's certainly not necessary. But then again, we've been over this. Microsoft isn't about necessity; they're about options, and. Yeah. This definitely falls in line with their current idea model, or how they want to structure future stuff for Microsoft and make an xCloud sort of thing. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not against it, but I don't know that I would. I'd have to see a hell of a lot more on it.
Yeah.
I mean, as of right now, this as of us talking about it, it's not a 100% confirmed thing. This is a rumor.
Yeah,
it's based off a life fact.
It's based off a patent that was filed by Microsoft. But again, as I said before, like there's no guarantee that patent will fall through and that thing will come out. So it's. Again, I'm with you, Greg. I think they're just giving options for a lot of people. I think that, the discussion about the xCloud, about the Xbox system, and just how the direction they're going towards, like they are exploring ideas and they're exploring, what they could do and what they can help out with the consumer as a Microsoft Xbox company as they are. So I don't know, Ram, what do you think?
See here, I mean, the whole thing about this is like, okay, you run into the same questions that you have about Stadia when it comes to this. Like, there's not really too much of a difference. Okay, it's like, okay, is the internet speeds going to be strong enough to support? What is the latency going to actually be? You know, because I mean, even if you have this crazy hookup that connects to your phone, it still has to communicate online. It still has to communicate to your console that's supposed to be a server. Like
my thought process, Roman.
You just have to kind of see it in motion to kind of see. But the overall idea,
I'm with you.
Is really cool.
I'm totally with you. My thought process is that the way that the controller will work is that you have on your phone, or not phone, but you have in the controller or whatever, like you connect it to an internet. Will it have a fucking, I don't know. There's so many questions about that shit. Like, I just don't get it. Yeah. But like, my thought process is that if your controller has all of your information via the cloud and you go to a friend's house and you connect it to their Xbox, that suddenly all of your games and stuff will be playable via their Xbox. So it won't be necessarily a situation where like, okay, and you want to play this game? Well, you can play it, you can download the game, which will take a little bit of time, or you can just straight play it right now, which will use up a lot of bandwidth. Your choice.
Yeah, and that's the big difference between Microsoft and Stadia. Stadia, everything is streamed online and streamed directly to you.
Well, but wouldn't that be okay? So you're saying, so what you're thinking it is that you bring your little
what I'm hoping it
thing.
is.
Well, what you're hoping it is you bring the controller over and it's like, okay, well, hey, I have Halo. You don't have Halo. Let me plug in my controller so that way we can play Halo together. And
that's what I'm hoping.
It's just like a quick down. That would be fucking amazing because we actually ran into that problem at my friend's house like last week. He had Call of Duty, and then my other friend had Halo, and I was like, "Fuck this game, let's play some Halo." And he was like, "Oh well, shit, I got it on my Xbox, like at home. Like, I don't want to go back home to grab it, you know." But if we had this option, that'd be fucking amazing. That'd be awesome. Yeah. To have all your stuff like just right there. But I really don't think that's what it is. I think it's more of a streaming service that's similar to Stadia.
Well, I think Microsoft and other companies who are trying to do a cloud-based thing are definitely going to see how Stadia plays out before they jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but they're
if they're smart about it. If they're smart about it.
Well, I think that's the thing. I trust wholeheartedly that Microsoft's smart about it. Mm-hmm. They've proven themselves in the past decade to be smart about certain things.
Yeah.
Like ever since they changed the CEO from when they introduced the Xbox One.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To now, like they've made some serious strides and changes in everything they do to not, like, yes, Microsoft wants to fucking make money, but they know that to make money you have to make audiences happy. And to make audiences happy, you kind of have to give them what they want and how they want it. And I think that's why we're seeing so many options and ways that Microsoft does things. Like with this Game Pass Plus, you know, the Game Pass Ultimate or whatever, they're literally like, Game Pass Ultimate, it's great. It's a little bit more expensive, overall cheaper than having two separate things. But if you have both of them already, now you can combine them as one. It's a little bit cheaper. Or if you don't want Game Pass at all, we still have that option. Like, fucking brilliant. Yes, that's what we need to see because that's how they're going to win overall. And I'm not saying console war. I'm talking about in the video game market. Like, everything.
Yes.
And I think that's why we're seeing this partnership between them and Nintendo. And that Sony's starting to kind of jump on board, but not really. Like, it's interesting. It's fucking interesting. But I truly believe that if fucking Stadia fails, as I suspect it will, Microsoft will completely disregard the XCloud. Completely.
Or still have it, but not promote it as much.
Or do it differently. Yeah, do it differently than Stadia.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll definitely see it in due time. I think that, yeah, as you said, Stadia is going to be the test bed for all of this. And so far, you know, on the outset, not looking good. Also, is it coming out this summer? Stadia?
Stadia?
Yeah, September, I thought.
September.
I thought it was August.
You know what? I
Maybe
saw
August.
when I was googling this XCloud stuff. I thought I saw something about XCloud launching in October.
No.
Or that might be for a beta. Might be a beta.
Might be a beta. XCloud is still ways out. They're still testing it out, so it's not ready yet with Microsoft.
Keep on going on. I'm gonna see if I can find that article.
All right.